No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
PPT is visible
Yes,
or
sir.
not? Visible, na?
Visible, sir.
Visible, sir.
Visible, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Visible, sir.
So in the previous class we discussed some other classification methods. What was that? Fuzzy sets we discussed. We discussed the rough set and one more. What was that? That was the genetic
Genetic algorithm.
So three things we discussed. These are also used for the classification methods. So now we have discussed many classification methods. Now we have a distinction between the classification and predictions. So now we will continue. I think this topic I already covered in the beginning of the lecture of the unit third. So again I will discuss here what are the properties of predictions. So here the first line you can watch here. What is this? The prediction models continuous valued functions. That means
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
my voice is not clear. What is happening?
Yes, sir. Fluctuating, sir.
Net connectivity is proper even then. Now okay, let
Now it's okay, sir. Sir.
okay. So now it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Little bit
Okay.
slow, sir.
So you increase the volume of your system. Okay, so prediction, in prediction, what is this? The prediction models continuous valued functions. That means it predicts unknown or missing values. Based on the some input values, we find some missing values or output. So for that, what we do, we model the system, whatever in based on the input and output. First we model, and one thing that is the very distinguishing feature of prediction from the classification is prediction is generally deals with the numerical. So it is a continuous value. You will take the continuous value, that is numerical value, and you will get the output, that is the in the form of numerical value. So this is the difference that we can identify from the classification to the predictions. So here numerical prediction is similar to the classification, that is okay. It can similar, the process is similar, but the value is now here different. So it first what we do, we construct a model, then we use this model to predict the continuous or ordered value for a given input, whatever input is there. I will show with example also, it will be very much clear. So prediction is different from classification. I already told. In classification, what we in the classification, what we try to find, we try to find the categorical values. Na classification refers to the predict the categorical class levels, and class you can say categorical, you can say labeled. So this is the, but in the prediction, what is there? Prediction models the continuous valued functions. So this is the main difference. If the questions comes, what is the difference between the classification and the predictions? So these two things are the distinguishing feature. Based on that, you can justify your answer how it is different. So you can see here this categorical, it predicts the categorical values or labeled values. Here we are output will be the continuous value. Okay, so in prediction generally, what are the methods that we discuss? It is basically the regression methods. We have the regression methods, and we have the different variants of these regression methods that we use for the prediction purpose. So what we do here, we model the relationship between one or more independent, and these independent variables are also called the predictors. and whatever, so these independent means you can say it is x1, x2, x3, whatever the value is there. So this will be treated, these variables will be treated as the independent or predictor, and dependent means y value, whatever response we are getting, and this is also called the response variable. So we model the predictors to get the response. So for that we use the linear regressions, and very familiar equation you may be knowing, y is equal to mx, mx plus c. So this is the very famous equation that we use for the purpose of the regressions. So you can see here linear regressions can be classified in different categories also. One, we have the linear regressions, next one is the multiple regressions. So in linear regression there will be the case y is equal to mx plus c, these equations. Here we have only single x. Okay, but in the multiple linear regressions there will be more than one x, that is the independent variable or predictors. There will be multiple, hence the name multiple regressions, hence the name multiple regression, because we have the multiple independent variable or predictors. And next one is the non-linear regression. In non-linear, see this form of linear regression that we are seeing here, y is equal to mx plus c. So there is no power. Power is 1 here. Okay, so because power is 1, so this will be treated as a linear regression. In non-linear regressions, these independent variable will be in the form of polynomials, quadratic equations, like x1 to the power x1 to the power 0, x2 to the power x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 3, x to the power 2, like that the equation will be there. Okay, so okay, what is the difference between the linear regression and multiple linear regressions? Any person? One person, you please answer. What is the difference between the linear regression and multiple regression?
Linear means one input and one output, sir.
Okay, okay. In multiple, there will be more number of
More than one input.
yes predictors. Okay, Vani, thank you. Next, non-linear regression. In non-linear regressions, you will be having the equation in the form of some powers, polynomial. You can say this will be in the form of polynomial, but we can convert into this linear form. Okay, so these are the basically two types, these linear regression and non-linear regression. In non-linear regressions, I told it will be in the form of polynomials. Huh? So see here, there are other predictor methods. We have the generalized linear, Poisson ratio, log linear models, and regression trees. So this also comes under this regression analysis, but you have to know only here, as far as this syllabus is concerned, we need to know what are the different variety of these regressions for the regression analysis, but we mainly focus on the linear regressions. So whatever example we will study, we will understand this concept with the help of linear regressions only. So we have the linear, multiple regressions, we have the non-linear regressions, and we have some other method, generalized linear models and Poisson regression and log linear models and regression trees. These are the different regression analysis methods. Okay, I think this is now clear. So let's discuss in detail the linear regressions. So linear regressions involves a response variable. This one is the response variable and a single predictor. As Vani now told, Vani told it has only one input, one output. Okay, so variable. So single predictor variable x we are having. See, you can see here y is equal to. So you can compare this equation, y is equal to mx. Okay, y is equal to mx plus c. So this position is now changed, but this will be treated as C and this will be treated as M, and here we have the input variable X. So this is nothing but this is if I draw one line here, so this will be the intersect from this point to this point. This will be the intersect. So this value is represented by this intersect is represented by this one. And what is the slope? Slope means this from the this will be treated as a line against this. So this will be some theta value. So we can find this. This is called the slope. This is called the slope. So this angle will be treated as a slope. So this is y w1. Here we have taken the variable w1, but it's the only convention.
This slide is not
PPT
visible.
is not
Sir.
visible, sir.
Ah,
The slide, another slide is not visible to us, sir. First slide only we are getting. What is prediction?
now
Yes, sir.
this one.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh, what is happening? Okay, let me once again discard the change. I will start once again. Okay.
Yeah, now getting, sir.
Now you are
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. See, okay. So whatever problem you are facing, you can okay, like you can tell me. Otherwise, I will continue. So y is equal to w0 plus w1 and x na. So this will be treated as a slope, and slope can be calculated by the formula you can know. So m1 we can calculate. There are various methods to calculate, but here we are having this formula here. If we use y, okay, w0 is the intercept and slope. This will be the slope that is making this line is making with this x-axis, and this is also called the regression coefficients. Okay, so how we calculate the w0 and how we calculate the w1? So this we have the formula. So method of least, for this we use the method of least square. Method of least square. With the help of this we find the best fitting straight lines. So how you will calculate this y1 w1 and this w0? So w1 can be calculated by this formula. So see, very carefully you listen here. So what is this? This is the sigma, means summations I is equal to 1 to d. So my data set is having, this is the data, d means number of tuples in the data sets. So we are starting from the tuple 1 to last one. So here first we will find x bar. X bar means, what is this? This is mean value or average value. So for we will take the mean of all x, whatever x value is there, then we will take the difference from the each value, xi, x1, x2, x3, x4, like that, and we will multiply, and we will also find the y mean value of y also. Okay, suppose I am having y and I am having x, so you will get the table like this. So table will be like this. So you will be getting, suppose I am having 1, if I am having 2, I am getting 1, I am having 2, I am getting here, suppose 3, 3. So what I will do, I am having 4 here, I am 6. So how many value? Like 3. So how I will get? I will add these all values, and 1, 2, 3, 3 values are there. So I will divide by 3. So I will get the x bar, and here I will get the y bar. If I add this and divide by the 3, so I can get these values, x bar and y bar. But here what I'm going to do, x1 means your 2 minus, here I will get, if I add this, so it will be 11, 6, 3, 9 to 11 divided by 3. So whatever value will be there, so you will use this value here in the place of x bar and y bar. So I will calculate this difference for all value, and simultaneously I will multiply this x and y. So for one data sets, for the next, For all other data sets, I will do for similarly on in the denominator you can see xi minus x bar. So I will take the square of all values for this one, this one, this one. So the difference will be same, this value, or you can replace this value directly here and you can take the squares, and you of the division whatever value you will get, it will be treated as a W1 coefficient, and this is called the slope of the line. And this slope can also be calculated using the tan theta, because we find like this. Okay, so but you leave it simply, whatever for system we are following, we will see this one. So one formula for W1 we will get by this formula, and W0. Okay, see you here, you calculated W1, that is the slope, with the help of this, and we already have the mean value of x, so we will replace here these two values, and for y mean we are having already, so y minus w1 and x, y bar minus w1 and x bar means mean of all x values, so we will get the w. So now we are freely we get w0 and w1. So W0, W1, if I am having, then I can predict any value based on this its input. So now it is done. I will show this with example in the Excel. I already prepared one exercise. So this is see, my formula is y is equal to y0 plus w1. So I will replace w1 and w0 and w1, and I will take any unknown value of x. Then I can find the y. So based on the x, whatever value y will get, that will be the predicted value. And this is called the linear regressions. In this linear regression, we will get the continuous value. That is the real value we will get. So now let's linear regression is understood. Hello, Farooq, are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understood linear regression, how it is calculated? Now it is
Yes, sir.
clear. Any confusion? Shall I continue
Yes,
for the
sir.
next? Okay. So for multiple linear regression, you can see here involves more than one predictor variables. We have x1, y1, x2, y2. So there's so many variables we are having. See, y1, x1, x2. I already told this one. So okay. You can draw in the 2D diagram, we will get different points. See here, it's solvable by extension of linear square. This method of least square is there, no? So least square method, or we have the SAS one software is there, statistical analysis system is there, S+ is there. There are different methods for this purpose we can use, and we can get the multiple linear regressions also. But whenever we are having the multiple linear regression systems, it becomes very complex if the number of variables are more. And for other also like non-linear regressions, this is also becomes very much complex. So you can see here, you see this form of equations. This form of equation, okay, this form of equation that you are watching here, you are having x, means here there will be x1, here you are having x2, x3, and if we calculate all these things based on the input variable, we will get the y, the response variable value. Okay, so this is called the non-linear models or non-linear regressions. We use the polynomial functions here. So a polynomial regression, sometimes it is called the polynomial regression also. So a polynomial regression model can be transformed into the regression model. How we will do? We can do here by replacing these values. See what we are having, we are having the x square. So I can see here, see I am having x1, so this will be the x to the power 1, then I can write it x1. So for x square, what I can write? I can write x2 and here x3. X to the power 3 can be represented by x3. So now your whatever your nonlinear regression was there, equation was there, now it is converted into the multiple linear regression, multiple regressions. So now you can solve these equations. Later on, for that x1 x2 you can put the value. So either you do this one or whatever the situation is there, you can find. So these are the different variety of regression methods. Okay, so other functions such as power function can also be transferred to linear. That is the implementation part of which application you are using. You can use for that purpose. So here some models are interactable non-linear, means some models are very stubborn and very difficult to model, like some of the exponential terms. Okay, so for this possible to obtain least square estimates through the extensive calculation are more complex. So this becomes very difficult to calculate these value if the model are very complex. Okay, before I go this one, I will show the this linear regressions methods. Okay, are you able to see this presentation? Are you able to see this Excel sheet?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Excel is not you are not able to see, na? Okay, 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. I will make this presentable. Okay, 1 minute. Where is the Excel file? Okay, now
Yes, sir.
I think now you are able to see, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever linear regression method we have seen, now I will show this with the help of example. Okay, so you can see here this x part. Are you able to see this one? This one data set, a small data set I have taken. This is the x value. X means this is the number of experience in number of years, employees experience in the number of years, and as per the number of years of experience, they are getting the salary in dollars. So 11 year he is getting 95, 10 he is getting $80, 3 years $10, like this. So this is a sample data sets I am having. So this is a case of linear regression because we are having x and we are having the y. Y is the response variable, x1 is the predictor. So you can see here. So how we'll calculate this, and the concept of linear regression we discussed in the presentation, same thing we will implement here. So see here. So first thing what we will calculate here, we'll calculate this one. What is this? This one, the average means mean value. Mean value means this is the x bar. This x bar value we are having here. We calculated x bar, means we have calculated all and divided by n. So in Excel you are having the formula. You can see here. I can take the average means mean. So I have taken from A4 to up to what place? 11. So all these value now added and taking the average. So final value I got this one. Similarly, you can see I set the formula. You can watch here the formula average from this one is the B4. This is the from B4 to B11. I got this 59.85 is the average salary that they will give, that they will get. Okay, so I calculated X bar and I calculated the Y bar. Next, what is our task? As per the formula, you can see the formula here. Okay, x bar for each value xi and mean of x. Mean of x means the value we calculated here. So this formula you can watch here. See here. If for value this one I calculated x minus x bar means I'll take the difference for all values with the mean value. So I got these values. The differences came like this. Yi means y bar. So this if I have taken the difference of the y values with the mean value. So I got these different values. For that what I did, then I multiplied these two values and I found the corresponding value like this. And similarly for I found the x square because I have to calculate this one. So for this one what I did, I multiplied the same value 2 times. So I got the x I mean x bar square. So see this here. So what is in the formula? What you will get? Whatever all the values are there, corresponding values there, you multiplied by this and you get, and you add all those value, then you divide by this summation. So what I did, I see here the formula. I found the sum of these values. These values are now summed and these values are also we found the summation, because in the formula you can see here this formula. Let me make it okay. So you can see here we have calculated this value. You can watch here the same value, whatever value I am having I will put here. So what is my formula for calculating the b0 and b1? So this b1 will be calculated with the help of this formula, then we can get the value. So what I did, I calculated this value. So same these value w1 I calculated by, see you can see here I taken this value and divided by this one. So what is this? F12 and this one is the G12. So I divided F12 by Z12 and it is equivalent to this formula because I calculated all those value, means this value and divided by this value. So I got the W1. Similarly with the help of formula, this one, what is this? Mean of y minus b1 and mean of x, then I calculated this value. You can see here b12 minus, what is the b12? B12 minus D15 and multiplied by A11. So this is the locations. These are the locations. So it is the D15. So I calculated this I calculated this value with the help of this formula. So for that W1 I got 3.60 and W0 I got the 16.224. This value I calculated. So in the Excel everything you can see this visualization, you can see how the values are scattered. This is the visualization, regression visualization of the data sets. Whatever data I am having corresponding this chart I have drawn, you can also visualize by this. Okay, see here, if I know the value of x1 and I know the value of w0, this w1 and w0, so I can calculate any value. So what is the formula for that calculation for prediction of y? So my formula is y is equal to w0 plus w1x. Okay, see here. Okay, any problem? Please mute your microphone to avoid any disturbances. Yashoda, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you getting how these values are we are calculating? Hello? Farooq? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
So are you sleeping or listening?
Listening, sir.
Listening.
Okay. So what I calculated W1 and W0. So what is my formula? My formula is y is equal to W0 plus W1x. See here. So same formula I put here for getting the value. So see here, what is the formula? This is my input variable, input value. This is the input value. See here. And this is the output value. So formula you can see here. What is this one? This is the W1. What is this? This is the W0. This is the W1. And what is this? This is the value of x, whatever value of x is there. So what I am getting, I said this formula. Now I am getting, see, if I am, what I am having 3, if person is having 3 years experience, how much he is getting? $34.02. Okay. And he is, if he is having 16-year experience, then he is getting 79.58. Okay. And you can also see here, if some person is having how many experience, 25 years of experience, then how much he will get the value, or how much he will get the salary? So you can see here, he will be able to get how much? 11, see, $111.13 he will get the salary. If his experience is 30, if his experience is 30 years, then how much he will get? He will get 128. So what we are doing, we have calculated calculated the value of W0 and W1. Based on that, now whatever value we are predicting, we are getting. If somebody is having 35 of year of experience, then how much he will get? How much salary he will get? We can predict. So we can predict value. See here, he will get the 146.18. So why it is called the real continuous valued, real valued? Because we are getting in the decimal. Okay, this is the numerical value and continuous value. So 35 of experience here, if the person is having, is getting this one, this much of the salary. So like this we predict. So with this knowledge we can use at the time of appointment of any particular person. Suppose you are running one organization, one very good employee came to your organization, and you can set this formula for your internal management persons purpose. So if any person is coming, like he is coming with 7 year of experience, or he is coming with 7.5 year of experience, so how much salary as an employer you should give to that employee? So you can predict, okay, I will give only 49.79, like around $49 I will give you per month or whatever. So like this you can make one prediction system. So this is the one example of prediction system that I told. Same thing you can use for other different examples. I will share this Excel sheet to you also, so that you can later on you can use this formula, how to implement the linear regression in the Excel sheet. Okay, so I have many other examples also, like this one is there already, I did. See here, midterm examination system is there. If some see this example I have taken, based on the midterm examination, you can predict how much the marks will be obtained by a particular student. So this Same thing, same example in the previous example that I told, it is also shown here. You can watch here. We have the midterm examination. Here the different students, they have scored like this, 72, 50, this everything. Okay, and they have obtained like this marks in the final. So I can form a linear regression system for that. So for that I need to calculate the W1 and W0. So I calculated, this came 0.627 and 28.848. Okay, so based on that I can predict. Suppose there is no 84 here. You can see here there is no 84 per meter marks person. So and 86 also, 86.
84
So
is there, sir.
84 is there. 86 is there. 86
Not there, sir.
not there, no? Okay, if somebody has scored 86 in the mid marks, so how much he will how much he is expected to get in the final marks? 82.72. Now I trained the models. If somebody has got like 70 marks or 70.5, somebody has got 70.5, so how much he will get? 73.05. Okay, if somebody has got 99 marks, then how he will get? He is expected to get the 90.92. So like this we can did the predictions. Okay, so like this we can predict the predictions. All these calculations are done using the Excel formula. I will also share this so that you can learn, you can understand the basic concept how the linear regression is done. So is it okay? Are you were able to understand how the linear regression is done in Excel? Because
Yes,
we have linear regression and others. There are other methodology we can do. We can use you have used this linear regression in your previous in the first year na, in R tool was there na. In R tool you have also calculated these things for linear regression, you already did, but this is the new way of understanding. For other things also I am having. So you can see this is the case of prediction of based on the mileage you can predict the old car price. So this is the mileage and what is the price, okay, in thousand or whatever. So you can predict the car price also, same thing. I have not written here, but everything now calculated here, the same formula like here, these value. So these things we have calculated. We calculated the W0 and W0 and W1. Then based on the mileage, I have predicted the price, old car price. So if you are having these type of system, okay, if you are having this type of system, you can easily make your work efficiently and smoothly. Because you know the formula, you immediately you can tell, okay, this will be the final price of my car, below this I will not sell, or whatever. You can predict the, you can also predict the you can make this knowledge at the time of buying also. So some car is having 9.5 mileage in kilometers, so you can do this one. If some car is having like 29, so what will be the price? 15. If 30, 14, so like this. If 2, 17. So like this you can make the predictions for making you can make the predictions for old car price based on this mileage of the systems. Okay, so I think with these three examples, one example I told you for the prediction of the salary, next one I told okay, prediction of salary, it was the prediction based on the experience, and next one it was the based on the midterm marks, you can also predict the final year marks. And this example you have seen, you can also visualize, we can predict the price of a car based on its mileage. Okay, so like this. So this is the value, this data set is used for this for building this model y is equal to w1 plus w1x. So like this you can do also. For other also there, but it is not. LDA is also there. This is linear discriminant. That is logistic regression is there. You can use the logistic regression formula is also there. Okay, I will share also this one for you all. So you can understand this one. Okay, I hope this is very much clear to you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this linear regression, I hope it is now very much understandable to you. You have understood. Farooq, Tarif is there.
Yes, sir.
Mahesh Kumar B. So you understood that concept, Mahesh? Okay, now everyone you please write